Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents The Corner Bookstore, hosted by Red O'Loughlin. Step into a world where every story inspires. These pages come to life through the voices of authors from around the globe. Written by our global community of TV show hosts and best-selling authors, these works span genres, generations, and geographies, united by the power of storytelling. Discover your next favorite book and meet the minds behind the work. Thursdays, only on USA Global TV and Radio.
Howdy all, Red O'Loughlin here. When I'm not hosting TV shows, I'm a researcher. I research the human body at the cellular level, chemically speaking. I look for cause and effect relationships. Treat a cause, fix a problem. Treat symptoms, and you'll always be treating symptoms. That's what I write about. That's what I speak about. I'm an author of half a dozen or more books. I publish books for people, almost 50 books now for other authors. And I host 3 TV shows every Thursday, and this is the first of 3. The Corner Bookstore is one that's very dear to me because I am an author, also a writer. I have over 1,000 original content articles I published already on LinkedIn, about 1,500 on my website. So that I think is a reasonable introduction to me. But now the star of our show today is Dr. Sangita Swechcha. I forget to ask her how she pronounced her last name, so we'll find that out here in just a moment. Doctor, please join us.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
I'm sorry. I was so concentrated on learning how to pronounce your first name, I forgot to ask you how you pronounce your last name.
My first name pronounced as Sangita, and the Swechcha is not my last name. It's like pen name together.
Ah,
So that's the pen name. I write as Sangita Swechcha as my pen name.
okay, fantastic.
Pronounced as Swechcha.
Okay, and you're from Nepal, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you're broadcasting today from the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm based in England these days.
Well, you are probably one of the first. I don't think I've ever talked to anybody else from Nepal, so you're the first.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to get some insights there. Okay, so why don't we start out a little bit about you? When did you find out you had a little bit of skill or talent for writing?
It was in my school days. Like I was still in school. I used to write poetries like as when I was a teenager, around 13, 14, maybe, or maybe like I used to write even before that.
And so you started writing, and then at some point in time, you decide, I need to put this in a book, or somebody suggested to you. Tell us that story.
Sorry?
Why did you become an author? Why did you write books?
Oh, It was, I mean, writing has always been my passion since childhood. Like I used to write poetry, and and I used to write lots of poetries earlier, and it used to get published in my school magazines, and later on in the college magazine, I was also the editor for in my college. So where I used to compile others' articles or the poetries, stories, and where my stories and articles used to get published as well. And when I finished my I finished my college from St. James College in Kathmandu, and I was in a break, and I started. I was in a break, and I was thinking like. Since I was in a free time, I started writing stories, so which later became a novel. So when my first novel was published, I was 18, and the novel got I got very good reaction from the media, from the reviewers, and it was into and like many people reviewed on the media as well. So I've been quite lucky in a sense, like I got exposure as an author in a quite young age.
Okay, so you uh, started writing, and the book came along. You're still a late teenager. How long did it take you to write that book?
It was less than a year actually, because as soon as my college finishes, like I was on holidays and I was not doing anything else. So I just started focusing on developing the story into a novel, as my dad suggested. Like when I was writing a story, I was thinking to publish it in a magazine, local magazine, but it just became longer and longer. And then when I spoke to my dad, and my dad said like, I can turn that into a novel as well. And of course, the first novel I wrote was in Nepali. The novel was it's about the female tolerance of pain and suffering, love and sacrifice. It also highlights the issue of women trafficking in Nepal. It is estimated that still at this time, like around 5 to 10,000 women and girls are trafficked in India for forced prostitution from Nepal. So even in that time, it was still the similar kind of stats. So trafficking was not new to Nepal, but I highlighted that issue in my novel. I was still teenager. I still wonder like how I could capture that issue into the novel, but it became since it was on social issues, and it got a very good response. This novel has recently also been republished last year, and with the names called Setu Siundo. And currently, I'm translating this in English as well, in the name washed Vermillion. So Vermillion is called Sindur. This is the traditional vermilion, which is red and orange, which is a cosmetic powders usually worn by married women in Hindu communities, along with the part of their hairline. The sindoor is a visual marker of the marital status of women, and ceasing to wear it usually impulses womanhood. So this is basically uh, around these theme. The story is on this theme.
Now, as a writer and then as an author, how did that help you with your dissertation as you're getting through your upper degrees?
Of course, like I was quite I became confident when I found like myself writing and getting actually it was not just reviewing of my novel at the time, because I got some offers from some of the leading media in newspaper media to write as a columnist. So that gave me the opportunity to be writing regularly, and not just in the newspaper. I started writing in different magazines as well, and I started working in a magazine. So as a freelance journalist, my career started in around 18, 19 years old, and that led to again like landed me a job as well when I was just 20. Like I started working in an NGO, one of the leading NGO in Nepal, as the assistant editor. So writing skills has helped me to land a job, to land into the freelance working as a freelance journalist as well.
Okay, most of us as authors always hate the editing part. It's one of those things that's absolutely mandatory, and especially if you're writing a novel where you have characters and locations and times. Tell us about your first experience with editing, and how has that evolved over time?
Oh, Yeah, I can understand that. Like when you write, like you feel like it's okay. Now, like in this age, like I can understand the importance of editing. But well, during my teenage, like I didn't have that much of understanding. Of course, I wrote the novel. My dad had read the novel once. He's not a writer, but he's a good critic, I must say now. So he read the chapters, and then like before getting it published, like he suggested a couple of changes and linking the chapters and some of the some criticisms as well. And during that time, like I felt a little bit hurt, and of course like I need to rework on that. I did listen to him as well, so I'm very much thankful. It was not just the feedback my dad gave. Actually, that time, like I had no idea of publishing as well. So my dad helped me publish the book, and without his support and without his vision, like I wouldn't have been an author in that age. I really appreciated his support to me.
We have a lot of authors on the show that give so much credit to the editors because it helps them write better because they didn't understand something well, or they had too many
Yeah.
words in, or it doesn't matter what the individual issue was. It was brought to their attention, and all of a sudden, yeah, I can make that change. And so, the editing of your first book took how long, and how long has the editing of your last book taken?
Not really, actually. Like my dad gave some feedback, and like there were one language editor, so who edited a bit of the language, who happened to be my teacher, Nepali teacher as well. So it didn't take long. Like it was like around 1 month or so. Like I had to revise the book,
Okay, so
but
nowadays,
I would definitely take longer this time. I mean, like I'm currently working on another novel that is in English, so it will be published in this year. I'm hoping to have this published this year. So the novel has been finalized and everything is done, but I still keep going back and then try to find out, like find out like if there is something, or like there are like a number of beta readers as well, like who has gone through the novel. I'm now more conscious, because at that time, like I had no idea the novel written and that's done. But yeah, luckily I was lucky actually. Like I didn't have to change much. Even when I republished last year, I didn't do anything much changes, just the some grammatical corrections, which was left during the first publication, first edition. That was the things like done. Otherwise, like it was a kind of book I didn't touch much for the republication as well.
okay, I noticed that you have your books published in 103 different languages. Uh,
No, not really.
well,
Where's that written?
well, when I first looked at it, it was a couple of lines where there's at least it
Oh,
seemed
that
like
must be my articles. That's been I write for Global Voices and I cover literature. So I take interviews with the authors or the people involved in Nepali literature, particularly. So the Global Voice is published from the Netherlands, and the articles published on Global Voices. My articles have been translated into several international languages, from Russian, Italian, to Spanish, French, and different languages. So that must be the one, actually,
yeah.
not the 103 languages.
No, I was joking a little bit, but it
Oh,
just
all right. Yeah.
you're, you're the first author that we've had more than a single extra language. Somebody
Oh,
might have
wow.
it in Spanish and English or whatever. So I saw that and maybe I just jumped to the conclusion, oh, your books are published in a half a dozen to a dozen different languages.
So
But
this was my the Nepali short story collection. That was the one like translated into English and published last year as Rose's Odyssey, the book I mentioned. So that was translated by Jayant Sharma, a translator from Nepal. He did a quite good job, I would say, and I'm very much thankful to Jayant as well for bringing Nepali my Nepali short story collection into English. So yeah, I'm getting very good responses from the different readers.
okay, so you write in Nepali and you write in English. Or any other languages that you fluently write in?
No, no, I don't have writing skills. I do understand Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi, and try to manage a couple of words speaking, but I can't write. Yeah, I can speak a little bit of Newari as well, my own native language.
Okay, so when you have the novel written in Nepali, you have somebody obviously who's very well versed in that language your dad or some other people that help edit it. Now, when it's translated to English, not all translations come literally from, this language, Spanish to English or German to French, or, what translates is not always what's in your head, that what you meant by those words. So we have idioms, we have other little
Yeah,
nuances.
I completely resonate with what you said. I think what I try to do this with my book is I completely trusted my translator, Jayan Sarma, actually, I must say, because I didn't go line by line translation. He may have done that, but I did. When I checked the stories, reading and revising, I read the book. I'm sorry, I read the chapter, each stories, and tried to feel it like whether it's being portrayed as the story in Nepali or not, rather than line by line translation, whether it
Okay.
has captured the translation of my entire story. Yeah, I must say, like, he's done it's justified, and he's done a very great job for me.
Okay, in your book, Rose's Odyssey, was
Yeah,
that first written in Nepali or was that first written in English?
it was first written in English as Gulaf Sangako Prem. That was published in Nepal. And this one, Rose's Odyssey, was translated by Jayan Sarma, and that's been published in the UK.
Okay, and you've had a lot of book signings for that here recently, I understand.
Yeah, I must say, about a little bit about the book as well. Rose's Odyssey. This is the short story collection, which has the 20 short stories written at the backdrop of Australia, Nepal, and United Kingdom. The Rose's Odyssey, the short story collection, captures the theme of economic and psychological hardships of men and women, also the uncertainty of future. It also captures the struggles of identity, relationship of minority status, and also like quest of existence. I would say there are stories that has the deep connection to the past, and also there are some stories have not just the women's perspective, but I've written it from the male perspective as well. In this sense, I would say the stories covers the diverse social issues on social classes, settings, and characters.
Do you see much difference in the culture? I mean, obviously there's differences, but do you see a lot of difference in the cultures from where you come from in the Nepal, Australia, and United Kingdom?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like when I was in Australia, it was a kind of cultural shock for me. I was quite young that time, like around in my early 20s. So I tried to capture some stories from there when I was studying there. So some stories are from Australia, some stories when I later on moved to UK. So the stories are mainly the Nepali characters in the diaspora, but of course, like the different people and the culture the person meets or have the association with.
Okay, one of the things we as authors, we mentioned editing, but marketing is another area that we really don't know a whole lot about.
Yeah.
Now, we're getting ready to go to break here in about a minute and a half, and we're going to talk in the marketing end of things at that point in time. But what social media accounts do you use most for communication, just for letting people know what's going on in your world, your books, and so forth?
Particularly Facebook, and I use X as well, Twitter X, and the other one I post on LinkedIn as well.
Okay, so Facebook, LinkedIn, and are you there as the pen name or are you there as a different name?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm on Twitter and Twitter X and on Facebook as my pen name, but in LinkedIn, like obviously, like my surname is there. It's called Sangita Swechcha. Yeah, this is the one. So that's my surname, Swechcha.
Okay, and I think probably what we're going to do is I want to talk. I want to cover the subject of the, I guess, the Universal Peace Federation when we come back from the break. So I'll ask that question when we come back, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But I still want to cover a couple little things with your writing and your book authoring, and we need to get into your literary projects too. So with that, let's get ready to go into a quick break. We'll be back about a minute and a half.
All right, sure. Thank you.
Get ready to wear the brand that's changing the world of media. Introducing the official USA Global TV and Radio online store. From our TV show hosts to our incredible global guests, You asked, we delivered. Rep your appearance with pride. Whether you've been on air, hosted a show, or tuned in, we have something just for you. Visit us at usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com and start shopping today. Check back frequently. We're dropping fresh new designs all the time. Showcase your role in our global community. These designs celebrate your voice, your story, your presence. It's more than just merchandise. It's a movement of hope, inspiration, education, and elevated listening. Head to usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com. Your spotlight awaits. USA Global TV and Radio. Elevate your style. Elevate the world.
Howdy again, y'all. Red O'Loughlin here. We're on the Corner Bookstore on the USA Global TV and Radio Network. And I am super honored today to have Dr. Sangita Swechcha join us. She is a Nepali living in United Kingdom right now, and we're talking about her books, her literary career, and right now I want to talk a little bit about the Universal Peace Federation before we get back into a little bit more of her books. So tell us about the UPF.
UPF, the full name is Universal Peace Federation. You may have heard. Universal Peace Federation is many countries in the world. Universal Peace Federation, when I was involved, I went at Universal Peace Federation as part of presenting my work, which I used to work as a communication professional at the International Development Organization, working in the women and the gender issues. So while I went there, I presented my work, and when they came to know about my work and also like my professional background, like communicating research, communicating about the different kind of social issues in several issues and several media and all. So having all this background and like going through everything, maybe like it was kind of a surprising thing for me. Like I was awarded Ambassador for Peace for my contribution in communication, development communication sector. So it was in December 2023, I was awarded the Ambassador for Peace at the Universal Peace Federation headquarters in London. And after that, once I became Ambassador for Peace, it was kind of a responsibility. So I started going and also like speaking about peace and like in attending several activities and events Universal Peace Federation runs. And also I was part of the monthly women's group meeting where women meet and then try to solve different kind of women's issues. So having had some months of work, almost a year kind of thing, in October 2024, I was appointed the chair of the International Association of Art and Culture for Peace at IAACP. But before that, I had my book, The Roses Odyssey, launched at the Universal Peace Federation, along with the art exhibition that my husband and my daughter are artists. So we had the combined like palette and prose. The event's name was Palette and Prose, and we had this art exhibition. And there were like 3 days we had art exhibition. And when we saw lots of people reactions, getting the book signing going on very well. So the Universal Peace Federation had given me opportunity for more events, and then like there were like a series of book signings there. So that led to this several book signings in other organizations. I was invited as well from Nepali diaspora organization, literary organizations, as well as different international organizations where I worked and where I'm associated with. So I've been very fortunate in terms of getting my books out, also like getting it promoted in various key venues in the UK. And I was involved in this way with the Universal Peace Federation. And in October 2024, I was appointed as the chair of International Association of Art and Culture for Peace, that is called IAACP. Basically, IAACP is the International Association of Art and Culture for Peace, is a global network of leaders in the fields related to the arts and culture, including performing arts, literary arts, fine arts, music, film, and dance. So, as we know, like artists are known for their creativity, visionary ideas, and capacity to inspire others. And we know that artists bring people together and lead our hearts and minds to reflect on the possibilities of a better world. So we try to encourage artists. We invite them as a speaker, as the speaker, or share their journey of artistic journey as well. So in our last event, there were like many authors and poets. They had recited peace related poems, and there were also like song and music played at the same time. Like last week also we had another event held by Universal Peace Federation as the IAACP event, where many individuals involved in art and culture had given the like presentations, and including the media and peace. They were talking about media and peace, also like peace songs, like how they were developed, how like people, artists are helping in this sector. And we also had uh, a musician and composer, IAACP key person, giving like how he was involved in the IAACP. So this is basically like, this is just the start for me. Like this is the second event in this series. So there is another one I'm planning for me, along with other members at the UPF, planning for another event at Universal Peace Federation in November, December. So where we will be inviting, like it could be authors. Some authors can join, like if not physically present, like they can join as well. So if from this platform, if I would say like authors, if not they are present in the UK, please contact me, and I would love to hear more about the authors, their writing journey. They could share their how they have been writing, and what they have written. So it will be a very good platform. And I have also invited Dr. Jacqueline to be the speaker. So if he manages her time next time, so we'd love to have her. And at the same time, like also Raid, like I know like you have written so many books, like you could be one of the speaker in our event. Like you may join online as well, and it would be encouraging for other authors, like sharing your journey. And also like any authors who wants to speak, like we can try to keep a slot when we will have the physical event here, but maybe like people who are not in the UK can join. We can manage like one or two speakers online as well.
Should I be calling you Dr. Ambassador?
So, no, any name. Just Sangita is fine.
What you mentioned a lot of literary projects there. Any other ones that are important to you?
Yeah, I mean, like as I have shown you, like you have already seen the book. Some of the books that like I would share with you is this book, A Glimpse into My Country. This is a collection of short stories which I edited along with another editor, Andrew Robbie. And this book, I mean, like it's surprising. Like this book was also very much liked by people and the readers. And this book was also selected as the textbook at the University of California, Irvine in 22-23. So it was an honor for us having this listed as the textbook in that year. Also, like there is another book I want to show you, is this one, The Himalayan Sunrise. So this book is on it's a unique collection of interviews, book reviews, features on literary books, poetries, and artworks. That will take you on a virtual trip to Nepal's literary landscape in a typical Nepali flavor. So this book also, like I edited along with Karen Vandry. She's at the time, like she was the editor of the Global Literature in Libraries Initiatives, GLLI, in the USA. I'm the founder of Book Hill International, a publishing house in the UK. Rather than the commercial publishing, like I'm more focused on bringing these kind of literary books, which will give some flavor of Nepali literature. So there are a couple of books coming as well this year. It could be my novel, and there's another poetry collection I'm I'm working on. I'm compiling, and particularly this poetry collection is on the theme of like peace, resilience, or empowerment. So if you would like to contribute to poetry in this poetry collection that will be launched at the Universal Peace Federation, please email me your poetry as well. The poets, the writers, I would love to hear from you. I have almost like over 50% of poets I have collected. So if you'd like to contribute, I'm still collecting.
Do you have any audiobooks?
No, not yet. But I would love to, yeah.
So you're looking at an audiobook probably in English and in Nepali?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your covers. How do you derive the colors? Who did the cover of your book? Who did them for you, and how?
Actually, if I tell you the covers, like this one, the cover, the painting, this is the painting done by my husband. So like, and he designed the cover. So this is it. He's an artist, and also like he's a software engineer as well. So he loves, in a way, like designing and all. So he helped me doing this. And this book cover, this is also designed by my husband. So this is it. And this one, the cover of this book, this one also designed by my husband, and the cover photo taken by my daughter. And she's the one, my daughter, she's also an artist, and she's the one who is on the cover. My daughter is on the cover. So there's another one book. This is this book. This is the cover designed by a cover designer in Nepal.
Okay, so nowadays you have a live-in designer for your book covers.
Sorry?
Nowadays you have a live-in designer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But I would definitely love, maybe like for the next projects, I would see like how I can go, because it's easier. Like we can discuss together, and then okay, I need this kind of book, this kind of cover, and then like of course like he does for me, and it's free of cost as well. So yeah, that's another added advantage.
Do you use artificial intelligence for any of your research or writing?
Me?
Yeah.
Not for the literature, but for other, because I'm a communication professional, so I write blogs and articles. So of course, I use in a way for getting the information, like of AI, even the googling, like we find like use of AI. So in that sense, yes, but of course not for the literature. I'm still like. Right, I love, since like I'm a writer and I write on my own. Like I feel more closer, right? Like writing about my own things. So I haven't been dependent on any AI at the moment, particularly for the literature. But yes, for the articles and all, like if I need to search any information or search about people, search about the context or background of anything, I do use to find information.
I found a couple different clients of mine where they know what they want on the cover and they have difficulty explaining it. And I take their information, I send it into AI, I get 5 different covers generated.
I'm not yet in that way. Like I still prefer to use my own ideas and then like discuss with my husband or my daughter or my friends. Like yeah, or the editor who's been associated. This cover, the cover of this book, like another editor was Andrew Roby. She's a French editor, a very good friend of mine. So she chose this cover actually. That was from one of the free pictures we downloaded from online we have received. But of course, like that was her vision actually, like like from window seeing the world outside. So this was the entire picture actually, from window seeing the world. So it glimpses into my country. Like it just gives the sense like somebody's looking for looking something like a country or a scene from the window. So this is how like we just brainstorm, and then like when she suggested, I quite like it, and then I gave the picture to my husband, and then he designed the cover.
Yeah. Well, my clients, I gave them something, 5 different views of what they thought they wanted, and then they could, add this, take this away, change it. Anyway, so it let them really hone in on what they wanted. I had a couple of different covers made based on their tweaks. They chose one and they were super happy. So we
Oh
think of
yeah, of
AI.
course. Like yeah, that would be easier. I think now like the technology is even more advancing. Like I may try those ones as well, but
Yeah.
at the moment, but the four books which I published recently in the past 2-3 years, I haven't been using AI. But maybe in the future, like I might see the options and opportunities.
Yeah. Well, with the AI, most of us think it's writing, but there's a lot of AI that's just, visually, the artwork
Yeah,
that
I mean,
goes.
like that would be a very good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may try. I must try then. Like it looks like you're encouraging me to do that.
And it didn't
Yeah,
cost anything but my time, and it really allowed, okay,
yeah,
that's
of
what I
course.
want, but change, and add a fence here, whatever they wanted, but it
Yeah, that's
allowed
true.
them to really clarify in their mind rather than just say, give me a cover, and then they don't know what they want.
Exactly.
And,
Yeah,
and so I think that
completely.
AI
I
does have
fully
a
agree with
lot of
you.
value in that
Yeah,
area.
because the books published, most of the books published are like a year, at least a year or more older, and the AI is more in a fashion recently. So yeah, of course, like I'm also tempted to do that now. Yeah, for my next novel or my next project on the poetry collection I'm working on. So I may try that. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, if somebody wants to get in touch with you or wants to buy your books, Dr. Sangita, how do they do that?
My all the four books are on Amazon, and one is in Nepali, and also the three books are the Nepali one is for the Nepali readers who may be watching somewhere. It's just a guess, but yeah, if you are a Nepali reader, Nepali or someone who can read Nepali, there are lots of foreigners. I mean, like British people or the American people. Academics read Nepali. They are the scholars in Nepali as well. I shouldn't underestimate. Like there are like many people other than Nepali as well read Nepali. So if someone is can read in Nepali, then my book Sangita Swechcha is in the Amazon as well, and all the rest of the English book are on Amazon. So if you search my name on Amazon, putting my name Sangita Swechcha, and it just comes up, or you can click the link given by Red now. I think it's been shared, right? So going into the link or a link, you can find me, and I've got my website as well. It's not, I haven't have this up to date. I'm in a process of doing this in a couple of weeks time. Like I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Well, Doctor, I really appreciate your time today. I have never had an individual, a person from Nepal on before, so that's the first. I really appreciated the insights that you gave us there, and so thank you so very much. And I look forward to our next conversation.
Oh, definitely. I'm like I've got like a couple of books coming out, so I would definitely come to you. And then like if any suggestions you have, maybe, or like as Reid, as I said, like if you want to contribute, if you would like to contribute in the IAACP event, it's a very good platform. It's not just in terms of like it's associated with a very big organization in the world, but as a as someone like who is already in the media, and you can spread the the messages, and also like the work you have been doing, so amazing work, so let people other people know even more. And yeah, I would definitely want to invite you as well at some point. I would be in touch with you.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. Again,
thank
Dr. Sanhita, I really appreciate your time today, and I look forward to our next conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. As you said, like I'm the first Nepali to be speaking in this show. It's my honor, and at the same time, like it's honor from the Nepali community as well, because I hope that other Nepali, there are like many hundreds of good writers in Nepal. So I hope like you will be giving opportunity to them as well. I can maybe suggest some at the point in some time later on as well. Like there are very good award winning authors, like, and also like there are some authors like who's been writing in English, and the books are published around, I mean, like published and distributed around the world as well. So yeah, definitely help us bring not just me, but the other Nepali writers, and at the same time like bringing Nepali literature at the forefront as well. This is at the bit at the shadow at the moment. So please help us grow the Nepali literature.
Well, the program is going to close very shortly.
Yeah, sure,
My next
definitely.
show is called The Wise Ones. It's going to be here in about 20 minutes. And then immediately following that one is Talking Heads. And I'll be covering Longevity Secrets Updated Part 2. Take care, y'all, and we'll catch you next week. Rhett O'Loughlin out.
USA Global TV and Radio, home of the YouTube Silver Creator Award, proudly presents Just the Thing for Your Ring, introducing the patented Ring Thing. Your premium personal ring holder to keep your ring safe, nearby, and avoid loss.
The Ring Thing just got smarter. Add your logo and an NFC tag that opens to your website with one tap. Waterproof, inner padding, and now a forever business card.
Just the thing for your ring. Scan the QR code seen here to learn more about Ring Thing or place your order. Follow Ring Thing on Instagram at ring_thing_ or go to our website ringthing.com.
In a world that moves fast, there's strength in the woman who moves with grace. Introducing Bay London, where confidence meets craftsmanship. Each piece is intentionally designed for the woman who knows her worth, crafted from luxurious Italian eco-fabrics that feel as good as they look. With elegant coverage, effortless support, and timeless style, our swimwear celebrates both your body and your essence. Founded by fashion expert Carrie Sykes, Bay London is made for women who want to feel sexy, stylish, and seen. From poolside to beachside, sunrise to sunset, Bay London outfits you for every moment that matters. Because beauty isn't about age, it's how you wear your confidence. Bay London, confidence, elegance, effortless luxury. Visit baylondon.com. Act now for your exclusive friends and family discount of $35. Scan the QR code. Bay London, where confidence meets craftsmanship. Proud sponsor of USA Global TV and Radio.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.